Hello students, in today's topic we'll learn how to create friend between two classes. In the earlier program we have learned how to create a friend function into a class which can access private members of a class. But here we'll create a friend function which can act as a friend between two classes. So for that we are going to compute area of rectangle and square in this program. Okay, and for that we have created two classes, square and rectangle. Fine, and we'll create a friend function display which can access data members of rectangle class and square class simultaneously. Now see how it can be done. First of all, we have created a class, we have just declared it class square, and this is called forward declaration. I'll tell you why this forward declaration is required later on. Now we have created another class rectangle, fine, with two parameters, width and height, and both of them are in private section of the class. And in the public section, we have declared the parameterized constructor of rectangle class. Rectangle int w is for width, h is for height. W is 1 and h is 1. We have just set it, and then width w, comma, height h. Whatever value we'll receive from the main function while creating objects, that will be copied into w and h over here. And if we don't supply the value, then height and width will be set as 1. So this is constructor. Okay, and over here we have declared a friend function, friend void display, where it is taking two parameters. One is of rectangle object and another is of square object, and here we have passed its reference. That's why we have written here ampersand. And now I have told you that I will tell you later why we have declared it square over here, because here we have used that name square. If we don't forward declare it, then it will give an error that square is not defined or not in the scope of rectangle class. Fine. So in order to avoid that error, we need to declare in advance square class, because we have used it as parameter over here. Fine. That's why we need to use, or we need to declare it ahead before using it as a parameter. Now here we have closed the rectangle class, and now we are going to create another class, square. The square class is having one parameter, side, and in public section we have declared its constructor just like we have declared for rectangle. In rectangle there were two parameters, height and width, but in square there is only one parameter, side. And now the same statement of friend function will be repeated over here also. Friend void display rectangle ampersand and square ampersand. That means now this display function is a friend to both the classes, to rectangle and square class, and both these statements are same. Now we have to define this friend function by closing or after closing this class. Now we have defined it over here, void display rectangle ampersand r ampersand square ampersand s. That means address of r or address of s, or you can say reference of r or reference of s. Now area of rectangle will be computed, r dot width into r dot height. That means we know that area of rectangle is width into height, so this formula has been applied over here. And now square, side square, the area of square is side square, so we'll write s dot side, s dot side. Here s is the object of square class, so we'll write here s dot side in order to fetch its member. And in case of rectangle class, r is the object, r dot width, r dot height, they will be multiplied, where width and height are the members of rectangle class and r is the object of rectangle class. So in this function both the areas of rectangle and square are computed. And now we have to create main function, where we have to make calling to friend functions, and we have to declare the object also. In the main function we have created object for rectangle class, rectangle rec 15, 5. That means we have set value 15 for width and 5 for height. And then constructor will be called and the control will go to the constructor over here. Let me tell you, over here, over this line, over here, over this line, this constructor. The value of width will be set according to the values passed. Similarly, another object of square class is created with value 6. Then the constructor of square class will be called. The control will go over here and the value of s will be set as 6. And now this is the calling to friend function. And you must see that the calling to friend function is made just like a normal function. Here we don't need to write friend keyword over here. Similarly, while defining the function, we don't need to write friend keyword. Now, if we write display rec and square, the control will go to the friend function over here. The REC object will be copied into R and SQ object will be copied into S. And now we can access their values as R dot width, which is 15 multiply R dot height, which is 5. That means 75. And in case of square, value is stored into S. It will be S dot side, which is 6 into S dot side again, 6, 36. That means these area values are computed. And after that, control will come back to the calling function over here again. And then program will be over. So now execute this program. Let's see the output. Let me show you the output window. You can see that area of rectangle is 75 and square is 36, which is correct. So in this program, we have seen that how we can create friend between two classes. So we have created display function as a friend between rectangle and square class, and they are sharing their data with each other. One object is of class rectangle and another is of square. And we have declared it in both the classes in order to access data members of both the classes. Here it is declared in rectangle class and here it is declared in the square class. So I hope you understand the concept. In case of any doubt, you can leave the comment. Thank you.